This is the new video where we will talk about the new version of web viewer, a viewer of our Genie database. It is a web page where the user can only view and do some type of exports about data stored inside the database. Only a user with valid credentials can enter in this page. So after the login, the user can see the map. So in this case, I'm using an Italian user that is connected to the province of Pisa, but the web viewer is multi-language, so I can switch in English. So on map, I can move or zoom in the area where I need to search data. On the left, there are some sections divided by objects that I can search. But if the user can manage also roads, like the province of Pisa, where they have the road network to manage, there is also the list of roads. So from list of roads, it is possible to select main road using the main codification of the road. And so if the user selects for example SP2 and confirm it, it is possible just after search specific objects connected to this specific road. In this demo, I will search data using the complete working area of my user. So I move directly on road cadastre category. Here there are different subcategories. So, for example, safety barriers, road signs, civil engineering, and so on. I can open the subcategory and open the filter for each object. And if I want, I can define a specific filter. For example, for barriers, it is possible to define the class of the barrier, the type, the material, the maintenance result, or I can search all data if I want. So I will activate just the entire object. And for example, I can also search another type of object, like for example a ditch. I can apply and view on map. So just after the web viewer show the results on the left. So I have a lot of barriers, safety barriers, and ditch objects here in the list. So in this case, I zoom in a specific area just to have a small data set for this demo. I can see objects using standard symbology, or I can switch on a symbology by priority, where the green color is an object without priority, and brown color is the object with high priority. On the left, also in the list, it is possible to see the icon with maintenance priority. I can also open additional info about each object, selecting it directly on map, or I can select an object from the list. So for example, I open an additional info of a barrier, and so here I can see the photos. I can download the PDF file that comes from the survey done using Android application checklist. And also connected to this object, there are the specific checklists compiled for the barrier. So there are two checklists compiled. And here there are some additional information. I can, if I want, I can open the connected objects, or I can go back to the map. In this new version of the web viewer, it is also possible export data. So from this tab, it is possible select three conditions to generate the export. The first one is connected to the geometry, so I can select the type of geometry, the map I have on my viewer, the complete working area of the user, or the static area. This is an option that will be updated in the next release of the web viewer. It will be useful to select specific administrative areas where search data, so using the geometry of the administrative limit for a municipality, for example. So now I select, for example, a web viewer map. So this area, I can select two types of export, so base export or complete export. Base export allows to export just the base data set of fields common for each Genie object. Complete add at the base export also specific fields for each type of object. So for example, I select complete and I can sort the export by type of object or by road or by a priority. So I select for example by road, and so I can open the file, and here for each road I have a different data set. So for example, for this road I have a first tab for barrier safety barriers with base information and also specific information, and if there is a ditch also connected to this road, there is a second tab with a ditch also, like for this road. At the end of each type of object there is also the saved the geometry of the object, saved in WCAT format. For example, I can select safety barriers, and for example I need to select a specific type of barrier like exterior road. I confirm, and I don't want to see the result on map, but I need to obtain directly an export on, for example, using my working area, doing a complete export and ordering, for example, data by type of object, not by road. So I run the export. So we have here the tab listed by type of object, so a unique page, Excel page for safety barriers with all data, with the type of barrier that is just exterior road. There is a second tab where there is a summarization of a report, so the date, the user, and the final number of data obtained. I can clean again filters, and for example, in this new version of the web viewer, I can search also the checklist compiled by the user. This argument is stored in road, so there is a checklist. I can enter in the filters, and in the filters there is a specific field where I can search the checklist by user. So I can search, for example, checklist of my compiled by my user. I activate filters, and for example, I need to see results on map. So I obtain data that is a list of checklists for all objects that I compiled. I can export data using the same interface. Thank you very much.